Don't be saying.
What?
You just said go. Action. Go.
Of course, action.
You
I gotta, cut. That's a clip.
No.
So, what are you doing right now? You're just running around? Is this the beginning of the story, or...?
Oh, we already got past the beginning part of the story, but basically this is... Basically, we're helping a young girl named Philip. Fucking input level. Stay in the high. We are basically helping a young girl named Phila, who has asked us, well... She has a way of actually, so to speak... She's like Yui. Except...
Forget that bitch. Leave her behind. Don't help her. Damn.
Hey, it's fine.
What's wrong with Yui?
There's nothing wrong with Yui.
She has...
There's something wrong with Philia.
Well, I mean, Philia, she's kind of almost like Yui. She has this special reality world where we have to help her. She almost kicks the crap out of Kirito when they first meet each other. So, come on, give him some respect for that.
Okay.
Yeah. The group has changed a little bit here and there. Last time it was the two evil sisters and the queen bee. Now it's changed to one evil sister, a random man.
That plant right there, that plant looked like something out of Super Mario Brothers.
And apparently a birthday girl.
Look, they're even incorporating Super Mario into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Giant flowers that spit things in.
Flower Man.
I like that. Let's make that a game. Sell that.
No, it's kind of a rip-off of Mega Man.
It doesn't matter. I mean, there's a bunch of men games.
I wanna be the guy. Okay, so yeah. Today is XM Kitty 3436, whatever your name is, I forget. Kitty's, her birthday is today, so everybody happy birthday to her.
Well, that was yesterday.
You can't just wave and hope everybody's waving. You gotta talk.
Shut up!
Yes, XM Anime Kitty is with her brother, which is that random dude you're hearing.
There ain't nothing random about me. I'm just the ninja behind the scenes.
Good God,
Yeah.
Today we have the behind the scenes ninja reporting for duty. Thank you very much. I'll just introduce myself.
You're not that much of a ninja. I thought ninjas were supposed to be silent.
That's only when I'm working. I'm not working right now.
Huh? That's true. Give it that.
It's not like I'm telling you any secret intel into the ninja world.
Yeah.
Another plant with magnets.
Called Rothussel Eye. I don't understand the whole
Now
gimmick.
they're one-upping Mario.
Sooner or later, they're gonna become the Pokies.
At least they did one thing right. They changed the combat system to a more like Hack-Sign combat system, where you can just free run, attack, instead of like the old first one where you're sitting there in a square, one square away from the guy, hoping to do something amazing, but then you realize you can't really do much. That was boring.
Yeah, it's a good way they changed it. I like the fact that they did change it that way. Although it's the exact same game, just high definition, better graphics, more free roaming, new events.
Wait, what system is this for?
PS Vita.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought so, because I was about to say, hopefully this is not for, like, the new gen systems, because this is, like, PlayStation graphics here.
And all we really know is that this summer, this game is coming out in America.
It's pretty cool.
An English version shall be brought to worldwide. How much you want that? A bunch of people are going to be playing it when it comes out.
I wish they would just not dub it and send it over to America, because usually the English voice actors screw the shit out of the animes and the games when they voice act. But, I mean, there's not all of it, but a lot of it.
Oh. Oh, don't I know it? They fucked it up on the English version for Danganronpa.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, they screw up animes when they
Like,
put it in English.
instead of how the character is like, oh, it's foo foo foo.
What the hell?
That's what I said. I'm like, you changed Monover's, like, main laughter into foo 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 when it was foo 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 or something like that.
It's still better to be evil! So basically, the main gimmick that we're doing right now is Phil has asked us to go to the secret main meeting point to enter a kind of coded labyrinth. It is kind of like Dot Hack. I think the first one or maybe the third one. The giant tree creatures.
All the Dot Hacks are very similar, and one thing I actually enjoyed about them was the fact that you could travel your saves over to the next game, which was very admirable of them.
And helpful.
I think the funny part, though, is if you took all 4 cases and you put them next to each other, you had you riding on top of, damn, I can't think of the name, but those little pigs.
Grunties?
Yes, grunties.
Hey, little grunties! As long as they're
I remember used to feeding them, like, so many different things, and then they would turn, like, fat or angry.
How do you think I felt? Anytime I played the old one, I kept getting the fucking nobleman grunty.
Ah!
The noble, you're a noble man.
The old Dot Hack series game.
Ah.
You know, like Dot Hack Infection, Quarantine.
Which still actually are very good stepping stones for games like this in this generation.
Except no fucking pigs.
You know what's really good about the game? If you have a computer that can't process PS2 games very well, that game will still run flawlessly because each dungeon, it like refreshes the game. Literally.
Yeah.
So like, say if you're in one part of the dungeon and you're running at like 30 frames per second after fighting, you move into a new dungeon, you're running the full 60 frames and a little bit over that.
Yep. Until you just realize, oh no, there's a virus on my computer. What is it? We have found the quarantine known as Skaith and Kubia on your computer.
Skaith!
I just say one thing.
Skaith is my favorite epitaph.
Is your favorite avatar from the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so then how about the... Wait, which Skaith version? You gotta have a...
Now, the enemies for the maps, is there quite a bit of them, or they're lacking in enemies?
There is a lot. This whole entire video that you're gonna be seeing right here, even though it's kind of jumping a little bit for you, there are monsters everywhere, and your whole entire party is really low. Take a look. You see where it says...
No, what I meant was the variety of enemies, like, on a map. Is it just... Because it looks like there's a lot of the same creatures on the map, like they didn't put very many in each... You know, like there's a flower, then there's a flower with an eye on it, like that makes a huge difference. It's like the same enemy with an eye in it, and then like a bird-looking beetle-ish bug, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's
more on this map, or like that's the whole map enemies?
Depending on what area you're in. Like, we're in the forest area, so we're just gonna be finding these ones right now. Then, like, the next area we go to, we'll find different ones. They do respawn, it's just, does get a little annoying.
Fighting the same enemies instead of having, like, 5 to 6, maybe 7 different enemies on one map.
Uh-huh. But they're good EXP.
Well, of course, because you eat the plants. They eat them afterwards. It may not show you, but they eat them. They're like, num 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 num, eat our green.
Pretty much. So the only reason why we're not advancing the plot right now is due to the fact that, let's see, Kirito is level 101. And let me think, Shino's level right now, she's only 66. And she's training in an area that's level 97.
What a boss!
Explain the logic.
What a boss! Because she's a boss. That's the logic behind it.
Now, here's the other logic. All the other girls are in the 90s.
So not true. He could carry the team. They could all be level 50. He could be level 100. He'll carry.
Well, that's basically what he's doing. In the multiplayer one, you bring characters with you.
That awesome double-tailed dragon bird in the back. Yep, he carries too.
Oh, for
Don't be fooled. He might look like a cute appearance, but he's a carrier right there.
Okay, now it's a challenge. What's that dragon's name?
Dragon bird.
No.
Just because he looks like a double-tailed dragon bird.
No, it's fine.
I don't know his real name.
Tina.
I kind of prefer dragon bird. Makes him sound more badass.
More bad, okay. 5, Dragon Bird. Thingy. Blue.
I bet he didn't have 9 tails, because then he could be like a fox dragon.
Oh. There's enough Naruto references.
Yeah, dude. Naruto references. That 9-tailed foxes have been around since frickin'
I know.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 pigs and 9 tails.
Yeah, the 9-tailed fox in Pokemon. That's an old thing. Naruto just caught up on it, though.
That is true. Yes, that is true. So there you go. Here's a new monster.
Pokemon one better.
What'd you say, Rennie?
I like the Pokemon one better.
You like 9 tails from Pokemon?
Because it's cuter.
Yes.
And it's not freaking red.
It's a cute 9-tail, that's why. If Naruto was a cute 9-tail, she would probably like Naruto too. More than the other one.
I like the Naruto one because of how evil it looks. I just like the Pokemon one better. Because it's fluffy.
See, that cuteness factor, that outweighs it right there. You can have a badass main character, but if you have a cute side character, that's like the go-to right there.
But yes, we have a new enemy, somewhat new to you. We got the Killer Pulse, which are bees.
Alright! Starting to get some bees in with these flowers.
And then we're gonna encounter the flying snakes.
Yeah, man, it looks like one level in this game is nothing. All I see is level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
As I said, they're very low levels.
So what's the cap level?
If I remember correctly, I think Infinity Moments had a cap level of 150?
That's not bad. I mean, it's not like a Disgaea where you can go up to 9,999 and reincarnate like 2,000 times, but it's not bad.
And but I mean, for Infinity, for the Sword Art game, you can beat the game at level 110.
That's kind of pointless. They should have made it where you have to be like level 150 to beat the game or something.
Well, okay, maybe not 110. If you're like 110, you had like a bunch of items. The best you can do is like 130. Like
pretty much, you're saying 110 and being skilled at it, you can beat the game.
Yeah, like we probably all played Kingdom Hearts before, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had one of the best Kingdom Hearts versions you could probably ever have because mine went past level 100.
Okay, there is that one instance in the Kingdom Hearts 2 guidebook when you get to fight Sephiroth. In the text, it is said, "It is best recommended you be level 99 when fighting him."
Beat him around level 50.
Yes.
Almost beat him around level 40, but he got one extra hit off on me. He's so easy to beat. You just slash that decisive pumpkin on, you combo the shit out of him, and you block.
Mm-hmm.
Once you know his pattern, he's like... To be honest, the first Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 2 was a lot easier than Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh, of course. They had to dumb them down. Not many people like fighting them.
But Sephiroth, in my game, when you get up I didn't even know you could get up past level 100. I thought that was normal, because my game, I didn't have any hack in it. I didn't have a Game Shark code on it. It just naturally let me go past level 100. And I had to fight Sephiroth from the time I was level 90 to 115 over and over again to get a steady stream of one level every time.
Also, does anyone here have a fear of spiders?
kinda got a phobia against spiders.
I guess.
They're the smallest killing machine, but there is one spider I actually do like, which is in the love capital. And if it bites you, you have an erection for months. Yeah, that's the love capital spider right there.
What kind of spider is this?
They don't know what it does for females.
So I guess we don't know what
It's only on a male.
I have a feeling I know what it does. For males, they get an erection. For females, they get that one bad disease where I think it's every 5 in 100 women will get the disease where they have constant orgasms a lot of time.
Maybe you could be right. But you know how funny it would be walking around France or Paris, wherever the love capital is, and you got like this guy walking around, can't help it, but he has a complete hard-on everywhere he goes. Like, how would you go about that for 2 months if the doctor told you, well, you're gonna have that erection for 2 months?
Basically, I bring up a picture that's basically saying this. You have a problem hiding your chest? Try hiding an erection in public.
Yeah, you think being a little overweight's bad? Well, try hiding that.
Oh, that's why you put a cup. Or put like a little elephant underwear on. Have your thing stick out as a trunk. Like, say hello to Mr. Ellie.
Well, I think what would be even the worst part about it is somebody is like an inch or two, and it wouldn't even matter if he had one.
Okay, that's a okay, that's a little mean to the Chinese. Okay, that was worse.
fancy race involved with that.
No, how does that to the Chinese?
Could be any kind of race.
I know, that's the first thing that came to mind, going, why did I think the Chinese? Indians, Australian, Jamaicans. Actually, now that I think about it, if it was Jamaican people, they'd be too high to tell the difference.
Okay, so it looks like you're getting into a different place, better enemies. I mean, now you gotta.
These are enemies we've already fought. We got new terrain. The only thing that's new is the spiders.
That's kind of disappointing.
Oh, don't worry. It makes up for it.
The boss fights, like, are they fun? A little repetitive?
They're fun if you know how to kick their asses. If you don't know how to kill them, then they're hard. But if you know what to do with them,
You don't know how to kill them, it's present time. When you do, victory dances.
yeah, you can basically just sit there, just wiggling your finger in the air. I think it was that.
Dance.
Yeah.
So the most awesome dance you can do after being the boss is do a victory dance.
Okay, there's a new enemy we got.
Except that ain't Final Fantasy. If they had that little theme song after you beat a boss in Sword Art Online, I would have to give them 2 thumbs up and a lawsuit.
Okay, here's a new enemy we got. We got the Hell Freaks. These are mockeries of the Grim Reapers.
Have you seen the fairy tale style of anime? Like now?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What do you think, between the old and the new fairy tale, what style of drawing do you like better?
The first one, because the boobs actually look really big and boob-like.
Okay, well besides the boobs, to be honest, I kinda like how the flames look now. You know, the animation's came a long way.
Yeah, the animation has changed. It's a little bit better, more action, it draws you in more.
But, yes, they did change some things, and the boobs are one of them.
Okay.
You change breath, you're gonna get a lot of negative feedback from the male, just letting you know. Fairy tale.
That's... Okay, so new enemies that we've encountered here. So far we've seen bad tarantulas, green edges, which are green spiders, temple skeletons, which are skeleton shamans, hell priests, which are the underlings to the Grim Reaper, and I think we should be getting close to the MVH spider. Basically every single floor has like a mini boss. And in this case, it's a giant glowing red crimson spider. Doesn't that just sound peachy?
Now, did the game do something to keep it, like, sparked up? Because even in Doc Haxon, eventually it gets boring because you're running through the same type of map, you're running through the same type of enemies, you're running through everything the same constantly. Now, do they do anything different in the levels to spice it up, you know, make it feel new, like you're actually doing something, or is it just the same repetitive scenes consistently?
Okay. You might have noticed, if you're lucky to see it, you might have noticed that there were like some musical notes flying around the character.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing like Dot Hack GU Redemption or Dot Hack GU series. You spend time with the character, their affection goes up. Basically, if you spend enough time, get some good musical notes going on with that little certain lady, you get.
Oh, they get it on, don't they?
They get special events. Special events that can happen with them. Carry them around town.
Special events they do. I know what kind of special events they're doing. Love notes on the top of the head. You know, they're singing the right melody. Oh,
the only one that's available right now is Silica's one, where basically you and her are laying in bed and you can check her out.
Oh, yeah, you know they had plans for more than that, but they didn't put it in there. They're like, we gotta keep this a little PG, you know?
The hell does, you're cheating on her.
You're cheating with her by talking to a freaking blacksmith, a mascot, a girl who defies the game by bringing a freaking bow and arrow into the game, a girl that knows how to hack the main CPU, your freaking own older or little sister, your wife, and sometimes even your so-called daughter.
He is a huge cheater.
You.
They should have put him in Sword Art Online prison.
No, Asuna should have put a freaking leash on him.
Yep.
She couldn't though. She was captured in the second anime after the game. I mean, if anything, if I was him, I'd be like, well, you cheated first, so I had the right of way because a guy kept you captive and he wanted to try to get it on with you. So
several times.
And I came and saved you.
That is true. She couldn't wake up. Rainy, why are you so quiet?
He forced himself upon her. And if I was him, if I was her, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, I'll kind of give you a little leeway because it's an online game, and you came and rescued my ass.
Hell yeah! Hey, Rainy, you've been so quiet lately. Come on, talk.
You?
Besides that.
My throat's just been hurting.
For what?
My throat's just been hurting tonight.
Too much singing?
No.
Too much talking?
I only got 2 hours of sleep last night.
What the heck were you doing up so late to cause you not to get enough sleep? Don't start thinking dirty, you.
Who?
You.
Who's you?
You.
I woke up at 8 and couldn't get back to sleep.
8 o'clock in the morning?
If not earlier.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, you said that you wanted to badmouth this game. So you got a good amount of time. Go ahead. Let's hear your badmouthing about this. Like, what do you find not all that good?
Shitty character, enemies, too many of the same thing over and over. It seems like you're doing too much of the same shit on the same enemies. And that's in my opinion, that's really bad. They could have taken a lot of time, incorporated a lot of things from the anime into the game, especially for the single player, not so much the online experience, the single player only experience. It holds no ground. The anime shits all over this game. 24/7, 7 days a week, and you can't even play that.
True.
But see, it looks like you always start off the combos the same, use one of the same moves, because you have certain moves that are the better ones, obviously.
Okay, now here's one thing. In this game, for the skills, to get the other skills, you have to max out that new skill. So let's say you have a skill that does like 16 hits. To get the one that does 20 hits, you need to maximize the 16 one first.
By using it repetitively?
Yeah, that's why you're kind of seeing me like doing the same skills over and over. But it gets better. Basically, I'm trying to get Starburst Stream right now. Come on, you know that one move.
Okay, well, I'll give it that, but technically in the show, he didn't start off with 2 swords. He only had a sword, and then he had a skill for a second sword. And his second sword was different from his first sword, and they fucked that all up with the game.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, this is basically what happens after the show. Basically,
this is what happens when the creators of the show give the game to a different creator, and they played Haxon a little bit too much, so they're like, hell, let's make the main character a twin blader just like Haxon. Let's do it, because it hasn't been done. Awesome. And that map layout,
Screaming in my ear.
that map layout is awesome too. That reminds me of Super Metroid with the square lines going through every part of the map.
except you're not playing as Zero Suit Samus.
Unfortunately, right? Because that game's awesome.
That or playing with the... We all heard about that new version of Zero Suit Samus, the one that has the very fancy high heel shoes.
I don't care about Super Metroid like that. Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo, no, that was probably the best game in existence. They already screwed up Samus, going first person, and then third person for the ball. You should have just left it 2D, got better high-res textures, worked on it, mastered it, and you would have had the best 2D platformer ever.
So basically you're saying you wanted to get to stay 2D.
Yeah, because, I mean, you played Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
How fun was that? Compared to the 3D first-person shooter, which everybody's hopped on the first-person shooter bandwagon.
It was good. I mean, I did like the idea of seeing how they made her look in 3D. Like, I did like the idea of how they made the monsters look, how her weapons look, the ball form. It was kind of nice, but yes, it would have been better if it was staying the original. Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like, there's too many first-person shooters out there. They don't need another one.
Example, Call of Duty 4 needs to drop dead.
In my opinion, Call of Duty 4 was probably the best one they made, besides Black Ops, which seems like another Call of Duty 4. But they've already ran that game thin. Ghost looks like it sucks, because, you know, they're trying to do a Battlefield thing-ish with the grappling over something. Oh my god, a new dynamic maps? Oh my god, you guys are just milking. And now they're making another Call of Duty, which looks like it's gonna suck, because now they're hopping on the Titan bandwagon. The Titanfall bandwagon?
Man.
They're hopping on that now, too.
New DLC! New DLC, congratulations, you now get to have the whole Attack on Titanfall.
Congratulations, you just bought Call of Duty. Now shovel out the same price that you paid for the game to get everything that was already in the game, but we decided to take it out as dislock content. Congratulations, you bought half a game. Thank you, Capcom.
Exactly.
All these other companies with the DLC, you guys are wonderful.
The power of technology.
Yeah, the power of DLC, right? Dislock content, that's some BS. Now, this is not going to have any DLC, is it?
The only DLC it had, I think they're bringing it back, is you can give the girls new armor. Basically, instead of how they look right now, you can give them, like, a swimsuit.
Oh, every man's fantasy when they're playing as a guy running through a dungeon. They have to have one girl in a swimsuit.
Of course, you're like, how can you take 27 hits from a gun, 1,000 slashes, and still have very silky skin?
Because of the lotion?
Lotion.
It's always the lotion.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where they kind of fell off. Because, I mean, Call of Duty 4 was good because there wasn't as much dislock content. You pretty much had the game. But after that, after they started figuring out, hey, you know, people will buy the downloadable content. The content we took off that disc. that everybody hopped on it. And now if you look at Street Fighter 4, there's so many damn versions of that damn game, nobody even knows what the hell Street Fighter 4 is anymore.
Now,
Tekken.
Now, originally this part it took me a few minutes to realize something about this place. Apparently, we're not allowed to go through that door until we hit the switch. And there you go, the switch is right there.
Right in front of the door.
Yeah.
Before you go.
Yeah. So this is basically the main technology hub. This is how Bill comes in handy. The terminal right there, we go inside the Matrix.
Because the Matrix is something amazingly new.
Yes.
It's not a movie at all.
Yes. Oh, come on, Rennie. Oh, not Rennie, sorry. Mary.
Huh?
You're not talking as much. Come on.
I'm always doing all the talking.
That's because she's watching this and she's like jaw-dropped about how outstanding and amazing it looks. I mean, oh my god. Just
Am not.
amazing.
Am not.
I'm sure you're thinking of something else.
Shut up.
I'm sure you're thinking of the shirtless Kirito.
You're not shirtless Kirito, I swear.
Do I want to ask why you have a guy half naked on your screen?
I'll show you in a second.
Or is there like a girl that you're covering up too?
There's a little girl there in
No,
the corner.
Kirito's his character on the bottom.
No, there's a...
Yuri.
Yeah, there's a freaking girl right there. Why are you saying there isn't a girl? I don't know.
Yeah.
See you next time!